Greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis.
And I'm Chris.
And this is CTE, and this is going to be an experience for you. And if you didn't know, we are sponsored by the Virtual Fight Tour. And coming up on August 26th, you know what?
You gonna play it? Yes, sir!
Ooh. Yes, sir. It's going to be
Yes,
the
sir.
Battle of the Dojos, August 26, 2023. 8 teams, 1 winner, underbelts only. All right. It's going to be every team must provide a 6 to 7-year-old, a 8 to 9-year-old, a 10 to 11-year-old, a 12 to 13-year-old, a 14 to 15-year-old, and a 16 to 17-year-old underbelt boy and girl. So that means there's going to be 12 competitors that are going to be competing in this, males and females, intermediate and advanced. Coaches know who their players know who their players are, and they can bump them up whichever way they want to see it. But it's going to be 12 competitors, 6 boys, 6 girls, from the 6 to 7-year-old, 8 to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 and 17-year-olds. So that's August 26th. 8 different dojos will be going at it to see who is the best dojo. Chris,
Sir.
how are you doing this fine week? We're gonna get into your weekend in a little bit, but how was everything, man?
Man, everything this week has been really good. You know how we do it here. Another week of summer camp down. Plugging forward, moving to the next. Family's good. School's good. Everything's great, man. Obviously we'll get into the weekend in a few minutes, but
Yeah.
it was a good weekend.
I was glad to hear it.
What about you, Trav? You had a good week? I know you're busy.
I am busy. Yeah, this whole week I was working on the new main source that came out. If you guys haven't seen it, go to our YouTube and watch it. It's a recap of what everything that happened at the WKC. A lot of work was put into it, so it's a lot. It's really interesting. There's gonna be clips coming out this week, real soon. So make sure y'all look out for that. But man. So that's pretty much been my week. I've been locked in, going through all that footage that we got, creating that main source for that, and then put it out. And I think it was pretty dope, man. I think it was pretty dope. You got visuals going along with the stories I was telling last week about what happened at WKC. So yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and go out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link in there.
Put it in the comments. Let them know who we is.
Yeah.
I saw that you posted it. I ain't got a chance to watch it today, but
hey, look, man, when you watch, you're gonna be laughing because there were certain things that happened. And I was like, yo, wow. Oh, wait, that's not what I want to do. I want to put it in the comments. Yes, y'all. Beat y'all. There you go. Make sure y'all go ahead and look. There you go. Other than that, I want to give
you said I want to give yeah, baby.
give congratulations to Jamal. He jumped that broom, tied that knot. He went there and got married, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot out congratulations to him. Chris, you were in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Congrats to Jamal and Jamie. It was a beautiful ceremony. Man, location was great. Everything about it was good. Company was there. Like, missing a couple of people, but like, I mean, we had a really, really good time.
You didn't get too drunk, did you?
Absolutely not, good sir. Absolutely not. I was up and ready to go. The next, listen, Friday night after the rehearsal dinner and everything, we hung out a little bit, but like that internal dad clock woke me up at 6 a.m. But 6 a.m. my time. So 3 a.m. in Cali time. So I went to bed and woke up and it was like 3 a.m. and I was like, I'm up. This is even worse.
Did you
I
try
finally
and go
went
back
back
to sleep?
Oh, absolutely. You have to. Because I listen, I knew what kind of day and night I was in for on Friday for the wedding. Because he got married on a Friday. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So you got out. So you went out there Thursday, hung
Yeah.
out, and then Friday. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. How
Got out
long did
there
you stay out there?
late. I got there late Thursday and left Saturday evening.
Okay.
6 o'clock Saturday.
All right. So you got a good chance to spend some time with
Got
them.
spent some good time with the family out there, the West Coast family. So it was good. It was real nice.
Yeah. Saw a lot of martial arts people out there, so I was glad to see that. That looked dope, man. Looked like it was
A ton.
it looked like a fun time, man. It looked real fun.
A lot of the Bay Area crew and his original dojo, the Doom Laos,
Yeah.
and then all most of us. So
Most of who?
All-Stars.
There you go.
Robbie, Jack, Raymond, me, so there was a lot of us out there.
Yeah, it looked like a fun time. Did you get out there and dance though? I think I saw just about everybody else out there dancing. I didn't see if you were out there dancing, and I didn't see. I couldn't tell if Jack was out there dancing.
Sir,
y'all were the two I was looking to see if I could see.
Sir, but it was none of those videos were about us. All the videos were about them.
I was stopping, move on, and looking in the crowd like, yo, wait.
You can see it starting on the Thiz dance, like it was
like
getting it. Oh no, yeah. We had a good time. We had a blast. Everybody had a great time. So,
congrats. Yeah.
What's up, Danny?
Yeah, man. So, yeah, that was dope to see, man. Anything else that was did you get when you were out there? Did you get to see people and talk to anybody? Wait, you used to live in Cali, right?
Yes.
Did you have spots that you used to go to in that area that you was like, all right?
Well, no, this was up in Jamal's area, so we were up in Sacramento.
Oh,
so I've only been up in the Sac like once or twice, but
you've only been where?
Sacktown, Sacramento. I figured I fished that out. We could have just brushed by that.
It said in the. I've been up in the. I was like, anyway, go ahead.
What was that? Super pause or whatever y'all I don't get it, but yeah. So it was like my first time in that area. So like there wasn't a lot for us to do. So other than like kick it with each other at the hotels. So the hardest part was getting an Uber back from where we were out in.
That's the one major city.
Or
I
whatever.
guess it's the capital. That's the one city in California I haven't been yet. That and San Jose. San Jose and Sacramento, only two. I think
San Jose is a good time.
Yeah, I've heard, and I may visit that out there in a couple weeks.
Right, Sacramento's a good time too. I enjoy Sacramento, but that's not like my favorite city. I liked it out kind of where we were.
Mm-hmm.
Was it winter? Yeah.
Yeah, we're in winter, California.
Winter in Yolo County. Bro, listen.
Did they rename it? Did they rename it? Or has it always been Yolo County?
Honestly, I have no idea, but I've seen all the signs. I'm like, why does it say YOLO everywhere? And they're like, yo, it's Yolo County. I'm like, y'all making stuff up now. y'all messing with me because I'm out here in California right now. Y'all messing with me. And then we drove by the sign. It was like entering Yolo County. And I was like, well, I'll be.
Look at that. Yeah, admit it. You had a blast with the boys.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All stars were aligned. Like that's of course.
Dad joke. That is a dad joke. All stars was aligned. Yeah, that was a dad joke, sir.
I'm a dad. I got 4 kids. I'm supposed to have them.
That is correct. That is
they're locked and loaded, ready to go. That was one of my favorite parts of being a dad. I finally could unleash all the terrible dad jokes that I got.
Wait, let me ask you. How many dogs? You got 2 or 3 dogs?
2 dogs.
2 dogs, 4 kids.
That's it.
One
snake. I got a ball python. I like snakes, fam. I like reptiles in general.
I'm just shocked that you would have a snake in the house. Like just a snake, 2 dogs, 4 kids.
It's not like it's a Burmese. It's not a Burmese. It's not like 8 or 9 feet. They can't eat the kids.
How big is it?
Like a foot and a half. It's like maybe like that big.
It's a python though, man. It's a
ball python. It can't eat my arm. Like
what snake has hair?
None.
Why is it called bald?
Ball, 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 like a boing
It's
boing
not
boing.
shaped like a ball, then.
I,
It's a
fam,
snake.
I don't name snakes, fam. I just like I like them. I like other reptiles like bearded dragon. I like monitor lizards, savannas. Like I like reptiles in general. I think they're dope.
All right,
This
yeah.
dude said bald.
Yeah, I thought it was a bald snake, like a bald eagle. Like what is this? Is it a white top? Like I don't get it. I understand half the stuff that's happening, man.
Oh my god, I love it.
Jeez. Anyway, all right, Chris,
Yes,
give
sir.
us a. We got an announcement of some or new breaking news for Karate Combat.
Man, they just released the fact that they're going to do the Kumite. Is it called the Kumite series, right? They're doing an amateur series to start off with, predominantly looking for 185 and 205ers. And they're going to be doing some different rules, or not different rules, but short 2 2-minute rounds. You wear a full gi. You got to wear shin and instep pads. You wear 6 ounce instead of 4 ounce gloves. Like they have a whole thing. You can send in a video for. I know a lot of people are, how do you get into karate combat? How do you move and do that? And
This was a conversation that was had
I
on
remember
Inside
on
Scoop.
Inside Scoop because Jeff was talking about it. I was
Yep,
like, "Dang, Jeff!" They must have listened, or
I'm pretty sure they
you
did.
had you had an inside scoop
Ah,
that we didn't know about. See what I did
well,
there?
maybe.
But yeah, no,
Because you said it's the Kumite series, right?
yeah, it's gonna be was it June 24th, the day after or the day of pre-fights of
I think it's pre-fight.
yeah pre-fights for Karate Combat 40 in Miami, which will be on the
Mm-hmm.
24th, 23rd.
24th.
Fourth. Okay, so yeah, this should be on the 23rd or earlier in the day. Like, can't be a professional yet. They're doing an amateur series first, and then they said it looks on their announcement that they're going to do a pro and amateur series to kind of like build in and network that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got to have a background in traditional striking based martial arts. Brown and black belts in karate of any variety, any style is preferred. They were looking for 185 and 205ers and female athletes first, but that doesn't mean don't send in your application if you're not in that. If those don't meet your criteria, but that's who they're predominantly looking for. And it's, you're going to be 2 2-minute rounds. It's a tournament style to kind of get to a winner. Like, yeah.
So it's a tournament style.
Hold on, let me
Okay.
get to where it says it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be down there.
Oh,
at,
so it's on June 25th. It'll be
June 25th.
June 25th is when they're going to do this.
Okay, so I got another day to go down, be down there. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna be I'm gonna be in the building while I'm looking at it, watching it, and seeing how everything plays out because I'm curious because we had that conversation. Jeff had that conversation. I wish I had it pulled up now that I think about it. But Jeff had that conversation a couple weeks ago, asking about how do you get into it? Is there a
They do have scouts that look around. You can send in videos into the Karate Combat and into their site and stuff. They've always had that option. Probably would send a highlight video with a list of accomplishments in that or whatever, but you gotta make it out. They've actually been approaching some sport karate people.
That is true.
So seeing how that may or may not play out soon would be actually pretty cool. But yeah, this is yeah. So this will be good. Oh, and the other major rule is they went down to 3 seconds instead of 5 seconds for ground and pound. No knees to the head. And if your opponent is leaning against the wall, you can't kick them in the head while they're leaning against the wall. That's still considered, I guess, a downed opponent for the amateur series.
So in sport martial arts, who do you think would think about joining this? Just out of the fighters that are out there in our sport right now that are actively competing, who do you think will want to do this?
High-level fighters will be able to switch over and do anything. Who would want to do it? That's a different subject. Or who do I think would do well in it?
Yeah, who do you think would do well in it?
With his experience, I think Ryan could do well in it.
Ryan George?
Yeah, I think Ryan.
That's
George
a good. That you know what? That is a good person. That is a really good person.
He's actually one of my favorites in that. I think Brandon Ballou would do well, depending on which weight he went. Coca would do well. Coca's a scrapper. He fought in the pro point
Pro
thing. He
point thing,
did,
yeah.
yeah. He lost to Brandon on a very, very close fight. Or did he beat Brandon? I don't remember. Oh shoot, I don't even remember now. But him and Brandon had a really close fight in pro point. I think he won. Actually, I think he won. But
I'm
yeah,
shocked that Romani hasn't tried to. I know he's doing the kickboxing thing.
I think that
shocked he
came up. I
hasn't
think that
tried.
came up. That opportunity came up a little bit after he transitioned more to the Thai
Mm.
side of it. But yeah, I think he would do really well in that. I honestly I don't know. I see. I mean,
But I like the Ryan George one. I honestly do. I like that one a lot. I like the Ryan George one. Only thing I'm worried about with Ryan is endurance.
right.
That would be the biggest concern I have for Ryan. But
But
as far as
I
just
think if you gave him a 6 to 8 week fighting camp, a training camp, and got him through that, I think he would do really well with that. I think you know, it's not a tournament. It's a one set fight. Like, so he can seriously focus and train and put his sights on an opponent, whether you can get videos, probably get videos and stuff on them. So it's a little bit different than trying to have to adjust to a kicker versus a puncher versus somebody who's like 135 pounds in open weight, then to go fight Avery after that. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's kind of a
nah.
conditioning, more of a conditioning
But it's
factor
more so
for
his
me.
style of fighting for me. It's like,
Okay.
Ryan is fast paced.
Yeah,
And
super
when
gunny.
you are going that fast for 3 rounds, you would have to be
You'd have to figure out your
you have to
pacing.
be Pacquiao conditioning, basically. Like, you have to be in that style of conditioning to keep that high level pace. But if he was able to not like dial it down to probably like 70% in the first round, then go up to 80%, and then third round turn it on, it might not even get there because Ryan is a heavy hitter. Ryan can
Yep.
throw his hands and kicks. So I would be, but not even necessarily for the Kumite series. I would think he would be
No.
for
I would
right
try to.
away. Yeah,
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
away.
I would move him into that. I'd probably have him being like, but what division would he do? Probably 165 because that's closer to his weight.
Yeah,
If he didn't want to cut weight down to 150, but he's not that big. Got to be
yeah.
like once in the light 170s.
The question would he want to jump down to 150? I mean, imagine him at
I
150.
That's a long, tall, scary fighter. If he
Yeah,
can
him
find
at
that
150. That
bridge,
is.
but that's a lot. That's I mean, he
I
really
don't
is
know how
not a
much he
big
weighs
dude.
though.
Like he doesn't have a lot of weight to cut. I don't think.
Yeah,
He's
so
he's a pretty solid dude at his size, and he's pretty tall. Kristen, I think you're right about that. I think Liam would do pretty well. I want to see him develop a little bit. But
that's what I'm saying. I don't. Yeah,
I agree. I
if
agree
he
with
was
Liam.
doing the Kumite series
Yeah.
for Liam, yeah.
Yo, Liam should definitely do the Kumite series. Send in a video. Do
Right.
185. He's not that heavy. I don't think
He's not that heavy though.
Nah.
They're only doing 185 and 205, right?
Preferably.
But still, yeah.
That's more what they're kind of looking for, the upper
Yeah.
side, because that's what their divisions are really trying to fill in and fill out. Man, they're still trying to really look for an opponent for Ross, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Ross is begging for another.
Listen, my man said 185, 205. Meet me in the middle, catch weight, bro. Let's go.
What up, Burger?
But yeah, Rashad Obeda would do really well. He's got hands. Obeda got hands. He can box. He can fight.
Yeah.
Depends on if he wants to do it. I mean, he could be anywhere at 65 to 85 either, too.
True. But yeah, those would be some of the people I think would do well in karate combat.
I mean, I think what Bailey would do well. He would adjust, sit down on his punches a little bit more, and develop his boxing. You know, I think he could do it. Like I said, the cream of the crop can rise.
He can do whatever
most things if they want to dedicate themselves to doing so. Like
right.
Elijah did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Elijah has that background of doing the continuous, doing the boxing. Like that for him, it was an easy transfer. Like, yo, this is gonna be
that is the next transfer. Yeah,
yeah, 100%. That was it. It was like that's where he was going with it. So yeah, so that was kind of like it's almost like a no brainer. Yeah, jump out there, go ahead and show him what you can do. Larry Wells, interesting.
Yeah, I've only seen Larry Point fight, so
yeah, I know he's doing the boxing thing.
He's scrappy and he's a scrappy guy. So
yeah, so yeah,
like I said, most of us can transition. into it if we dedicate ourselves to learning a little bit of the style. How do you sit in the pocket? How do you settle on your punches rather than being the first in with the extra like movement and those kind of things. Don't lose your point fighting, but
Yeah.
definitely
The
understand
biggest
how to
thing
work in the pocket and settle down when you punch. Keep your chin down. Don't look for things.
the biggest thing that any point fighter will have to do is their conditioning. That's because we're used to doing 2 minute rounds, 1 2 minute round, and we've seen how tired people get doing virtual fight tour, right? So we've seen this. Like we've seen people get tired doing virtual fight tour.
Oh, also Jack Felton would do really well
Oh,
in karate combat.
Jack would do very well in that.
We were talking about people, so like
yeah, yeah, Jack would do very well in that. Like, yeah, that's not even a question for me. Like yeah, no, he would. Um,
Cam could probably do well. I don't think they have a division that high.
no, they do have the
205, big dog. I think 205. They might do a heavyweight,
I
but
thought they had one bigger than that, but maybe not. But
I don't know. I think I've only seen 205s. Maybe in like the first season, early in Karate Combat, they had some heavier weights when they had like a lot of the more Europeans in it.
I thought they just had a 200 plus. It was like just they didn't say what the height was. Heavy was what they said 200 plus. That's what I thought they had. I thought they had. I think they only had. I thought they only had like one match.
Most unless it's a super heavy, most heavyweight divisions are cut off at 265 though. So.
Hey, look, man, that's a big jump from 205 to 265. That is a large
but
jump.
That's the weight class. They've been talking about doing like a 225 division for a while.
Yeah, they need to, man. That's just too big. Like that's a huge.
You can't cut weight down to 205 and you're like 215 or 218.
Yeah,
you got to fight Roy Nelson, who's 265 or who's cutting down. Antonio Bigfoot Silva used to cut from like 300 plus down to 265.
Bigfoot did.
Bigfoot got acromegaly. That dude is a freaking giant who finally retired after being like 0-12 or some nonsense in fighting. Sorry, that was just a thing that happened this week. But
well, yes. But yeah, man. But yeah, those are just a few things that but yeah.
Who do y'all think? Who else do y'all think would be good?
Yeah. Come on, people. And if y'all got questions, just go ahead and drop them in there because we got to grab bag because we don't have it wasn't really too much going on this week in sport karate. So if y'all got any questions about anything, this would be the time to ask us any questions y'all want.
Yes, a lot of people like over here say Battle of Atlanta's coming up.
Yes, Battle Antoine, yo burger. Antoine, it will be Battle Atlanta is this weekend.
Friday, Saturday.
Actually, it starts Thursday. They got like seminars and stuff on.
And
all this different stuff on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah.
If y'all want to come, we're gonna host a little seminar here on Sunday at my school afterwards for anybody who's gonna be here still. Bailey, Tyreek, Devin, Kevin, they're gonna do their elite training camp seminar. Professionals.
Is it point fighting professionals?
Point fighting professionals.
Point fighting professionals. There we go.
Yes. So then we're going to do that, and then afterwards, we're going to do rounds. Obviously, we always do rounds at my school on Sunday. So everybody, I should stay, come hang out with us. And yes, absolutely. So the nonsense that was the Mayweather exhibition. How you going to disqualify somebody in a blessed exhibition? First and foremost.
Look at I woke up this morning and saw it. Okay, all right. Let me change this stuff. But yes,
change it for just a second because we got it. We got to jump.
Yo, did you see the Floyd fight? John Gotti third.
First off, let's not call that a fight. Let's not call that a fight. Let's call that what it was. That was a money grab.
It was definitely money. He should not be fighting still. Just put that out. He shouldn't be.
He's not fighting. He's not fighting. The people that he's embarrassing are amateurs compared to him. Like it's not even like fam. He fighting.
I didn't know he was fighting until day of, and I saw some people who were there at the event, and I was like, "Why is he fighting?" But I get it, but at the same time, because I think he bought Zeus the network, and because he bought the network, he's got to find ways to monetize, and this is their way of getting attention.
Yes, I do. Derek Panza is an OG, like triple OG.
It's whose coach?
Gotti? I believe he was Gotti's coach.
Okay.
Gotti tried to square up after the fight was over. Like he tried to
which is
like swing and fight after the fight was over. I was
which
like,
is
if
crazy.
you got that much energy, you should have been throwing some hands earlier.
I didn't watch the fight. I just saw the ending, and that's all everybody was posting. But there was another fight. They fought in the crowd. It was people fighting in the crowd. I saw a video of people fighting in the crowd. I saw women. I saw
People
Jocelyn and
jumping in.
reality
Yeah.
stars were fighting behind the scenes. They were like literally. It was ridiculous. I mean, like, I was just sitting there watching. I woke up in the morning. I was like, "What is going on?" I'm like, "Yo, this is just." Yeah, Jocelyn and I can't Big Lex or something. I think her name. I don't know. I know Jocelyn because of from way back in the day, but this other person,
Sure you do.
Stevie. And I was watching. I was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "This is crazy." But then I saw that before I saw that the Mayweather stuff happened. So
at
I
the
was
end
like,
of the
"Wait, what
scuffle.
happened?" And so then I started going down a rabbit hole and saw the people fighting outside of the ring, and they were scrapping. And I'm like,
That's
"Yo,
what-
this is madness." Like
So
all because of what?
mine popped up. Mine popped up because at the end of the fight, somebody sent me the scuffle at the end of the fight.
Yeah,
And
I
then
saw that.
I went down the rabbit hole going like, oh, what other angles can we see? Fight at the Mayweather fight. And then I started seeing the crowds and the lady entertainers and all that.
Like it was just crazy how many people were fighting. I was like, yo, this doesn't even make any sense. Like, if I was them, I wouldn't even let them have another fight.
Ratchet moment. That was like
that was just
ratchet moment caught on TV. That was great.
It was wild. I was like, yo, y'all not gonna have another. On. And then he was cocky about it. He was laughing after. He's like, yo, you never know what happened at a Mayweather. He was behind the scenes saying this. I'm like, yo, you might not be able to.
Yes, he will because
the ratings will go crazy for his next fight.
It will generate so much. And if they do a rematch or some nonsense, come on, fam. Can you see this?
Gotti's sister started talking junk about his daughter after the fight, like saying,
now we're gonna get celebrity death match up in here, bro. They bringing it back.
I was like, oh, this is kind of wild, man. With all this craziness, man. It was just.
Also, hello, also, Mr. Pombero.
How you doing, my friend? Yes. Oh,
the legend himself is on the show, right?
Sure.
Right.
But yeah, man, it was all wild, man. I didn't. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about it.
It was it's crazy.
Yeah. First things first, I was like, yo, why is he fighting? Stop it. All right. Yeah, battles this weekend.
Yes, sir. Registration closes soon, so.
Yeah, are they doing the
pre-reg only?
Pre-reg
only? I think stopping maybe Wednesday. Don't take my word for it, but I know they're stopping a little early. They're not running it all the way through Friday and Saturday.
I'll be completely honest. I think all tournaments at this stage should be pre-reg only.
Man, major national events where you have to travel to, absolutely. Local tournaments, I don't see local promoters turning away that money on Friday and Saturday from last minute people. I just don't see them turning it away.
That is true.
There's more last minute people in our what do we call this? Hobby? Activity.
Yeah, in that activity,
recreational activity.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't think that will happen too much at the local events, but 100% at the major national events, it really shouldn't. Even the bigger regional events, it's easier to set up divisions. You can do your draws already when they walk in. Everything can already be set up and look, in that organized fashion. But at the same time, right now, I think battle pre-reg at open weight, even pre-reg at open weight is like 54.
Really?
54, 55.
So it's going to be.
I'm sure there's a couple more people waiting to see if they're going to do it.
Hey, look, they got till Wednesday to figure that out.
Only got a couple of days.
You ain't going to be there show up to see who's going to actually fight. And then be like, I'm going to fight. Nah.
Fam, at 54, you're getting at least 47.
You're getting everybody.
Of them.
You're getting pretty much all
of them.
For the most part, you're getting the best fighters are going to be there. So you might as well just go ahead and register if you want to go out there and fight. So
put your hat in the ring.
But yeah, the battle is going to be there. I will be in the building. I will be there. Chris will be in the building.
I will be there.
Team fight. Yeah, team fights Friday. Open weights Friday. The Korean challenge is going to be that's Friday.
Battle Mania is Friday, bro. They got the continuous double elimination, mixed doubles, tag team.
All of that's going to be on Friday. So yeah.
Man, I wish somebody would have sponsored the tag team division and gave out like $500 for the tag team division to see who would jump in there and put on a show. Because
Uh,
I know a lot of these great fighters can mix it up and have done it and would do like put on a sick show for a tag team fight.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But hopefully that'll be cool. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
man.
it.
All right.
Come on, pull up.
Yeah, go ahead, Berg. I'm gonna be there, man. So go ahead, pull up.
Drew coming.
Yes, Drew's gonna be here Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I think my other cousin might be coming in Saturday as well. He might be pulling up to help out. So
Bet.
we'll see. So it's gonna be some people in the building. It's gonna be a lot of us running around. You're gonna see people in main shirts running around. Yeah, taking care of some business. So
Going hype.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Jeff gonna be in that Korean challenge.
Yes, Jeff will be. Jeff will be in the building doing the Korean challenge. What else? That might, I don't say it's it, but it might be. Unless you guys got any more questions. Whoop, I did not mean to do that.
Dang, my man just kicked me all off the show.
I did not mean to do that.
30 seconds of silence, you gone.
I meant to ask you something, Chris. I can't remember what I meant to ask you.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I gotta go through my notes. So maybe go ahead and talk to the people real quick, Chris.
What you want to talk to the people about, people? What's going on, people? What's going on? We got yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the battle. Which y'all looking forward to. They got a bunch of stuff going on this year. Like I said, I'm trying to get y'all, try to convince people to fight in tag team. I'm just that. Listen, it's dope. All right, go ahead. What you got from me, Trav?
Hold on, I'm about to put it up. Go ahead and tell them why tag team is dope.
Oh, listen, because they run it right. Tag team is like WWF. I know, not that E stuff. The real WWF, with the rockers and the Midnight Express, like you can run and tag by, and as I tag you, if you follow me and I tag my partner, and then you get, man, listen, it's exciting action. Anyway, I don't care. Also, did you see the UFC, Trav? Oh yeah, that's right.
Come on, man.
Ms.
It ain't karate combat. You know what I'm saying?
See,
I'm trying to get that sponsorship. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Listen, why you think I brought that joint up right, man, early in the beginning? Nah, but Amanda Nunes defended her title, and
I saw her put both of the titles on. I was like, dang, it looked like she kind of retired, but I didn't see the actual post.
She retired. She said
because she was dominant. Oh, somebody said something about that too.
Oh, who said what? Say what?
I can't. I gotta look back on my Twitter because I was looking at Twitter maybe a couple days ago, and somebody was like, "There's not been a more dominant champion than Amanda Nunes." I was like, "Oh, people talking about stuff we
Anderson
said.
Silva, John Jones, Demetrius Johnson."
I'm just saying. That's
Jose Aldo before he lost to Conor.
I'm just saying.
Like Vanderlei Silva and Pride, like. You newbies, you noobs.
That's what you said. You said. All right. Here's my question, Chris, for you. Okay. Why is it difficult for sport karate people to get full contact fights?
People don't like fighting the distance. Once they understand that most of us have chins and can box a little bit, they don't like fighting the speed and the distance because they can't catch us. So you'll get a lot of people when you say you're going to fight somebody, they immediately go on YouTube and they try to find whatever they can find. And you see somebody with a leg, picking their leg up and throwing kicks at other black belts at a point fighting tournament. That's not something a lot of those dudes want to just jump right into, because you might be an easy fight, but you might not be an easy fight. And I don't think people want to take that risk of getting the highlight kicks, especially if you look at like a YouTube. Yeah, it is really hard to get fights unless you sign up for like an IKF tournament or a WACO thing where you.
And why are we so disrespected? If people are anxious, or not anxious, but are hesitant to fight us. Why are we so disrespected and people saying that what we do is not real and we're soft and we're all
Because
XYZ?
there's a lot of nonsense that gets posted up and shown. There's a lot of bad karate that gets shown,
True.
and I don't think enough of the real good karate actually gets put out there. The real good fights, the hard fights, the
What up,
good
Ant?
matches. What up, Ant? The real good kata and technique. I think there's a lot of really good videos up about more good videos about forms and stuff than when you see some of the fighting. Plus, they don't understand the rules, so they don't really understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. So they're like, keep that over there. Y'all do some dumb stuff. Y'all don't even look like you hit each other hard. Nobody knocks each other out on a consistent enough basis. We're not allowed to. Doesn't
Right.
mean we can't do any of that. You see it when the high level guys start to move over, but with and especially now with the emergence of with Raymond and Ross and Mike Page and all the guys, Stephen Thompson, all the guys who started and more like that and then transitioned. Now they see how good we can be. That's another deterrent. Like,
Yeah.
you're not finna cartwheel kick me.
Well, this is interesting. He said they won't respect it till they compete. It's just outside comments. I think some of the people who are commenting used to get beat up by us.
Correct.
Right? Like they came in, got beat up,
Yes.
and they didn't like it, and they like, I can't really. I just want to. And since they can't do it, they started basically
dissing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, what? Like, just because you're not good at it doesn't mean that we're not.
I think one of the selling points, and I think a lot of people posted it, was the James Vick comment from Karate Combat last show. It's like, man, you can't disrespect these point fighter dudes. Y'all think this is this and this is that, but karate, he made like a good little comment in one of his post fight interviews about it, and it's true. You really can't, because I mean, just because we are in and out fast doesn't mean there's not 2, 3, 4. I remember especially in the 90s, maybe even the early 2000s, there was always combos followed up, pulled back like round kicks, spun around kicks, just chambers, just letting you know I had more in this if they didn't say break. You know what I mean? I do wish that would make a bit more of a resurgence back into karate. Instead of just being the first to light touch, I wish there was a home and home, like with checks and block. Well, we talked about blocking and checking last time, a couple shows ago, but I don't know. I think if we adjusted just a little bit, reverted a little bit back to that harder style of fighting that we used to do. I'm not saying go back to the 70s and stand. Listen, we're not doing that. But how they call the good shot 1-2s, and there was a little bit more to it rather than just the first to reach out and raise their hand, which that also happened in early generations. That happened in previous generations. No. I'm not that old head that's be like, back in our day, it never happened. Yes, it did. It happened a lot.
All the time.
There were bad people who fell down all the time. Listen, all of that always has happened. But I did like that we had a little bit more contact, and I did like that we had a little bit more follow through.
Depending on where you were.
True.
Because in NBL.
Well, and you and I both know super fights was really it.
Yeah, I mean, super fights.
I don't understand why that went away and changed.
Because people didn't want to do it. Simple.
Ooh.
A lot of people. I remember going there, and literally, I remember being at Caps, and nobody wanted to do it. Like, seriously, I remember being in Caps, and I had registered for it, and they had like 2 people in it, and they were like, well, nobody's, doing it. And I remember, and I was living in DC. I remember driving back. I came down for the tournament for Friday, and I was driving back. I was like, well, ain't nothing gonna happen. I'm gonna drive back to my apartment. So I was driving back, and somebody was like, hey, they trying to do super fights right now. Where you at? And I'm like, what? Like, all right, hold on. Let me turn back around.
Right, let me make this
and drive back to the tournament, because they were like, and I think they went and literally talked people, and they said, no, you're not gonna have to pay your registration fee. Just come and do it, because they couldn't get people to do it. Like, seriously.
And they were still giving away the money.
That's why. So they were like, they got to find something. So they had to go and grab people to try and fight, because people just weren't going to do it. Like,
Jesse,
they just didn't want to fight.
Jesse, to this day, I have only seen that fight once.
Who, you and Sheldon?
Man, was 09 Battle of Atlanta, super fights. It was only heavyweight, the PKA heavyweight super fights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fam. That was one of my favorite. That whole super fight when they brought that in for the multiple point when the battle did that. That was
We
lit.
should probably, I was thinking about it, we should probably have everybody send Karate Combat a message and say, hey, y'all should have Chris Walker fight in Karate Combat. He'd be great at it. And just have everybody
Let's
flood
spam
them.
them, fam.
Just
I'm
spam.
down. Spam them. Listen,
It'd
do
be
that.
like,
Listen,
yo,
I don't
Chris
ask for
Walker
much.
needs
Do
to
that
fight.
for your boy.
Y'all should have Chris Walker fight. Get Chris Walker in there to fight. Yes. We'll probably do that.
It was the what was it the year 2012 when Trevor won. I think that was might have been the last. Oh no, Raymond and Ross did it a couple years after that. Yeah, that was the last real super fight. The PKAs at the battle. That was the last of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I missed this. Yeah, the super fights were lit.
Yeah, the reason why I came up with this because when Ray at the last Karate Combat was saying he had like 3 people say they didn't want to fight him, and then you have a Gayev had to be the one who wanted to fight him, and then Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha. But Sasha's one of them dudes. He'll fight anybody.
Yeah, he'll fight
Sasha,
anybody. So that's what was like, yeah, all right, I'll fight. So that's what made me think about it. That's what made me write that down, man. But yeah.
It's gonna probably be a hard showcase. I'm sure other than some of the higher up lightweights at 150, they're probably not a lot of them are gonna want to fight Elijah either right out of the gate, coming out of like that.
Oh. Here's the thing. You know who's in that as well is the Pakistani dude. He's in that same division.
I'm well aware.
I bet Elijah is too.
Aware. He is, by the way. Elijah is also aware of the gentleman in that division.
Yes. I was like, I would love to see that fight, but I'm just gonna wait. So because both the Brunos are in that division as well as
Rafael, and then that 150. Yeah. I think 150 and 135 are the most stacked divisions in Karate Combat right now.
The 150 and the one what?
35.
Which one is Robbie in?
35. With Robbie, Chimaev, Maximo, like Villa, Lopez. Like that's a little division. No, it's a little division, but it's I know it's a bunch of people in that division. It's pretty stacked. And then 150, like you were just talking about, is stacked.
Yeah.
65. I'm looking forward to seeing Quahagan and Rafael Agayev.
That is
kinda, but not really. I think Agayev is going to win this fight. I think it's going to be
probably
moderately dominant. I think Quahagan has he's tough as nails. He's got a you can tell him I made fun of him all weekend. My little big brother. I like that guy.
Who?
No, I was joking. Robbie's the little brother. No, he's okay. No, it was just.
Make sure you guys tune into VFT Battle of the Dojos August 26th. Make sure you guys those guys are going to be going at it. Make sure don't forget. Let me just throw that back in there real quick. Now, all right. It's about time. Lower weight fighters are great.
It's just hard in point fighting when we used to have the one overall grands where we didn't have the lightweight grands and the heavyweight grands where, thanks, Shay. Thanks for saying hi to Trav for us.
Huh? Did she say? Hey! There you go.
But no, it used to be a shoot. For us, it was harder. Like when Robbie and Jack and I and like Hamid and all this, we were all fighting up. We'd always end up fighting Jason or Raymond or Trevor.
And Trevor.
Occasionally Jotty, when Jotty would still come back out and fight. Because I remember I fought Jotty overalls in like New England one year in the early 2000s. But like that's, it was very difficult for us to get those overall grands as a super lightweight and lightweight fighters. With an overall grand. Now with lightweight and overall, lightweight and heavyweight, you'll see the super lightweight winning overall grands.
Overall lightweight grands.
Yeah.
which is just funny to me. Overall, lightweight grands. It's just
Just
that's.
call it a lightweight. Well, we just call it lightweight grands, to be honest
But
with you.
then what's the difference? What's the super lightweight and lightweight grand? What's that?
Man, I'm well aware. I'm well aware.
Yeah.
It is what it is, fam.
Uh-huh.
Like the other. Never mind. I'll leave the other side of that alone.
Anyway, we got anything else to talk about, people?
Y'all ain't got no questions for us.
Because we can go ahead and just get out of here. We'll get ready. This is our 199th show.
199.
Yep. 200 is next week.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Our 200th episode, 4 years in. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, man, you said what's next Monday? What's that date?
June 19th, 2023.
Oh, the 19th. Okay.
June
Cool.
19th, 2023.
Cool.
Yep, the 200th show, and I will be in Atlanta. Maybe I might be in the place where we started this whole show. I may just pop up there. I
put on little hats and a wig.
Just saying, like, this is where we started it.
Let's
So, yeah. All right, people, we will see you guys. We're gonna go ahead and jump off here, get out of here. It's been, lovely chatting with everyone. But we got some things we got to get ready for this week. If you guys gonna be at the battle, we will see y'all at the battle. Stop and say hi, say what's up, say we love the show. If you hate the show, then just keep it to yourself. Other than that, Mike.
You're not the first person to ask me what's going on.
We're gonna talk after.
I had to get a part. You remember?
Huh?
Nothing. We'll talk.
I'm gonna have to get a what? I'm just saying. I may already have something scheduled, but other than that, yeah. All right, people. We will see y'all next week for the 200th episode, man. Thank you guys for supporting us, all of it, talking to us, watching, sharing, liking everything we do. All right.
Appreciate y'all.
Talk to y'all later. Yes, we definitely will, Jess.
Yes, sir.
Peace.